Hi everyone, welcome back. Thank you for joining me on this second part of this motherboard UI design. We're going to finish this in this recording. There's no need for it to go on for 6 hours, I don't believe. We're going to tidy up a few bits because there's not much, there's technically not much to do, but we're going to tidy up a few more bits. We're going to add a few more elements. We're going to do the lower part of the actual motherboard today and add some different, some accents here, there, and the other, maybe a grid. Show you how I do that. I think that might be quite useful for you to see. But yeah, we're going to do this. So let's do it now. Don't stop me jibber jabbering on. So let's get into it. All right, here we are. There's a beautiful design. I'm actually just complimenting myself there. So what are we going to do? We are going to do this lower section. I was thinking about putting some kind of grid fan thing here because PCI slots, technical thing, I believe that's what they are. I'm no technology wizard. We're going to put some clips in there because it makes sense to put some clips in there. So we're going to move this over a bit more. We're just going to scatter a few bit more elements around. I'm going to get some of this like orange accent, some design happening here, some typography thing going on. Not 100% sure what that is yet or what that wording is yet, but kind of figure it as we go because that's what we do. Yeah, and just tidy up, and I think then that's a wrap. So without further ado, let's get on it. What we're going to do first. Also wanted to say that one of the comments was to visually show my keyboard shortcuts as I'm going. I did look into that for you. I will do that for the next stream. I found a piece of software, but before I started doing this recording, it was a little bit buggy, and I would rather not deal with a bit of buggy software. So if anybody's got any tips or anything out there that they know of that's pretty useful, then please let me know in the comments. I'll be happy to look it up and actually use that if that's a lot more beneficial for you. But I'll try and call them out as I go. But remember, I'm on a Mac, so that's different if you're on a Windows machine. So yeah, let's get on it. So what we need to do first is make sure that I'm not doing RAM slots. What I want to do is take one of these clips, Command C, come back down to here, and I want to put them in the PCI slots. So just double click in there. Obviously, I haven't labeled these very well. Here we go. There's one. But as I turn this, everything's just going to go a bit of a tilt. So yeah, as you can see, we need to move some UI over a bit. I might put these on top of everything just to keep it a bit more organized. PC's feeling a bit sluggish. Mac's feeling a bit sluggish. I think it's just because I'm just recording at the same time, high resolution. Let's push these out a bit. And I believe that they only, there is something, there's always like a little catch down here, but I think we'll just leave it at that for the moment. It's just placement. How to close that. We've got IO shields. That's not the technical term for it. Let's go. I'm just hitting shift and arrow space just to nudge it over. Same with these, shift and right arrow. I'm just doing this by eye, but obviously, yes. I'm going to fix that angle now by eye, because technically it should be the same angle as this. I think it's probably about like that. About like that. There we go. One more. Doesn't hurt. Right, so we kind of got those in. I've got the same shadow. Don't think. Let's close that. RAM housing. No, PCI slots. I'm forgetting everything. Let's just change the gradient on this background. It should be going darker. It should be light to darker. Is that right? It's the yes, it is. No, it is. It is right. I'm going mad. I could just do it that way. Light to dark. Doesn't look like anything's changed. That's because it's under a drop shadow. Let's do this one. Light to dark. That's all right. We've got the flex on the bottom of the grid there. I'm just command clicking just to target it, target the layer. You don't want to drill down into layers. If you use auto layout, like you're doing like table in UI design, and you've got a table header, and then you've got auto, that's in like a frame, and then in there you've got a table header, and then in there you've got rows, which is auto layout, and you've got buttons on one side, and you've got data on the left hand side. You can get quite dense layering. So command clicking, you can target like layers quicker than just like, oh, I'm gonna have to click in that and then click in that. So if you just alt and do it, you can target like any part really quickly. So that's kind of that. Might just grab. That's one bit down. As I say, I don't believe there's a lot to get done. Let's go for some chips. Let's just move a few chips around. It's okay that they're a little bit sparse. I just wanted to kind of fill up some of the dead space ish. That's the thing. Yeah, maybe. As I say, some motherboards they're not as dense chips as this. Well, probably they are. Well, probably they're not. Get something like this here. There's a fine balance between overdoing something and knowing when to stop. I think that's like the pinnacle of what art is, isn't it? If this is art, we've got to do some cutting in here, which I know that I've seen in the design community it's really helped you. But also be careful when you flatten a shape. Always have like a little backup just in case you're not happy with it to start with. So we're going to take IO Shield, which is the wrong terminology for this. So we're going to take this one. It's always really strange, like if it's a shape layer and you have an image texture on it, like it's got like this grid thing on it. I'm going to turn it off for the moment while I do this. You see like the shape layer, it looks like an image icon. And you think, is that an image? So yeah, it's a shape, but with an image background attached to it. Yeah, I don't know whether that's the right thing to show. Hey ho, that's just me. Right, let's get a favorite pen tool, as there's only one pen tool in here. Well, there's two technically. Let's get some rounded corners. Yeah, sometimes I use shortcuts, but then sometimes I'm just happy clicking about. So as that's selected, you're going to shift click and select the layer, two layers together. Make sure that the layer on top that you want to cut is above. then go to your subtraction and then click subtract. Job's done. Right, so it's in there. It's still completely editable. It's there in the subtract. So the parent folder is subtract. Then the bottom one is the base. Then whatever layer you add in there between the bottom one and the main folder cuts it away. Apologize if there's a plane going over. But to round the corners, to make it all nice, select the parent, which is everything, and then give it some border radius. Yeah. So we're just gonna do some funky metal. Yeah, sorry. If you hold Alt Shift and then just drag it up, it means that you're dragging it physically vertically or horizontally. So you can't do it diagonally. You can't do constantly 45 degrees diagonal. Yeah, so Alt. And we're just moving the ones that we've clipped about. As you can see, the computer is like struggling today. I do have a quite a powerful MacBook, but it is just due to all the textures on there. So I could just on the main board just hide the texture. Does it speed up? No, not really. I'm gonna like have some stuff that I can see in there. Yeah, it's choppy today, but as I say, it's not normally this choppy. It's just because I'm screen recording at the same time, so I've got a lot going on. Unless I've been sold a terrible MacBook. I'm gonna cut some weird ones it's there, some ones it's there. I'm just being a bit free. Right, so if I want to add to a subtracted layer, because this is all subtract because the parent folder is subtract, I'm going to copy an element, as in case of this stroke. I'm going to Command C, and then I'm going to like click on it, and then Command V. It puts it above the subtract. Now, if I click the top layer and then subtract, let's just move this over so you can see what happens. Zoom in a bit. Right, so that's on top. Remember, anything on top, cut away or add to. So we've got our subtraction layer, which is this layer. Shift click, select both layers, and then go unison. What happens is, because you've done that, it gets rid of the style that was on there before. So if you just Command Z, get back out of it. Click on the subtract layer that has the style on it. Go Option Command C is a shortcut to copy the styles from that layer. So if you've got 7 drop shadows, a stroke, gradient, everything, it will be applied to wherever you want to click on it again, or click on a new layer. So I'll show you again. Element on top, subtraction underneath, and then we're going to go to unison. Yeah. And we're going to select the unison, which is the parent of it all now, which is the new shape. Option Command V, and that pastes the layer style back in. So when you cut away, it's fine, but when you add something to the shape, it will remove the style for you. It's not a biggie, you just have to do a workaround for it. I'm just gonna do option and move some stuff. Might make these just at 7, might make them a bit thinner, bit of variation. And I've just whoppingly moved the background, motherboard, the base shape. Just do some stuff here. maybe here, maybe here, maybe here. So what we might do is, because this is going to bug me, so what we might do is let's get a few more. Down here. There we go. Don't want to overdo it. So I'm going to hide the CPU, the lighting. I'm going to hide PCI. Going to hide some holes. I'm going to hide the chips, right? It's just that I can just speed up what I'm doing. So, you know what I mean? It's already a little bit faster, he says, but it is a little bit faster. It's not that Figma can't handle it or the machine can't handle it. It's just because when you have a lot of layer styles and you've got imagery in those as well, you'll find it start to, you know, be a bit sluggish. So just be mindful. You can either, which I've done before, is to create everything, then create a style, not like a style guide, but a style of sorts with the textures that you want and the shadows and everything that you want, and then do the, I'm gonna alt click on that style, whatever that is. I'm gonna Option Command C to copy that style, and then I'm gonna paste that style on it. So then you can do your finessing at the end, but as long as you've got your base shapes there and what you want done, it's it'll speed up a bit, he says. You never know, but it is kind of sped up a bit, as you can see, like, you know. Not being particular, leaving that there. I could turn it off, like, yeah, there's and the IO shields as well. There's like a mask and stuff. I could turn that off, but we'll be okay. Unless that's like the top. Is that the top? That's the logo. Could turn off just that as well. I'm just gonna lock it. I don't want to mess with it. Because what I want to do is I want to start making something like quite cool with this. So we've got our base. It's all set up. That's a union. That's a union. That's a union. The other I/O port was a union, as you can see. I'll show you the outline version as well. That's always interesting to see. And some fun comments from the design community to get them printed, which actually is a good idea. I will do that at some point. If Figma can export outline mode, don't know whether it can do that. Might do, haven't checked it, but we will. Right, so we've got a pattern here. So I wanted to add just some slats in there, and underneath that, I just wanted to put like a mesh on there as well. Let's just put a vertical line. Right, is it 7? 7's fine for the moment. Right, let's go. That'll do. If you don't know, I'll do this here. Alt copy shift, right? 13, right? Made a duplicate. Hit Command D. Do it as long as you want. Yeah. Actually, we need to undo that. How many you got here? We've got 5 on that side, and we've got 5 on that side. 5, 1, 2, 3. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Man, I did that with that corner of my eye. I'm holding shift to only select the ones I want. That's just normal mouse click, and then shift and select the other lot, and then just pull them in a bit, and then the last four, shift click, do this, shift. This is option, just option, so I can pull them vertically from the center. Option click, move. There we go. Right. Right, I just move, get these aligned in the middle. I'm going to group them because I just want to put them on the board first and move them off my. It's all about trial and error. It's all about try. I'm happy with that. Yeah, I'm happy with that. I think it's going to go roughly about there. It's just because I want some yellow line work going around, which matches this color. Right, let's create outlines, which is option Command K. Outline stroke. Outline stroke. I'm going to put them together. I'm going to flatten it because I'm happy. There we go. We've got our shape. I'm going to take this down to where this is, and I am going to again hold the top one, the unions on the bottom, and then I'm just going to subtract that. Yeah, so now it's picked up the style from everything else. Yeah, we're winning, right? You following along? Probably not. Random thing there. Yeah. Does it have to be in line with it? No, it doesn't. Right, let's do the grid. So we've got fan shield thing happening, and this is like a really fine detail that you're only going to find out when you zoom in. But that's why I kind of like doing these images, because obviously you think, oh, that's a nice image, but then because it's so big and we're doing it at a very high resolution, you can export it out like ×4, which would be like a ridiculous size. But when you like share it and stuff like that, when you pinch and zoom in, whatever, then you can you see all like the little details that you've taken that extra effort, which makes it look nicer. So we're gonna take this as a reference. I don't want to make, do you know what I mean? I haven't cut it away, I've just duplicated it. I'm just using it as a reference for to see how big I want this like fan grid to be. So you know what I mean? I'm just using it as like a reference. So what's this? So we'll just do 12 because I know there's probably some OCD designers out there. I'll do it 4. Do it 4. So yeah, D. Let's create a rectangle. Let's just put this dark. You can see what's happening. Let's move this to the top. Let's off center this. 3, 4. Take this, subtract, right? Take this subtraction, duplicate it, push it down, 3, 4, move it across by eye. 4, 4, 4, 4. So Command C, Command D, Command C, Command D. I think that's what I think. That is enough. It's probably a little. That's what I mean. It's probably a little. I'll make sure this one's at the bottom. I'm not that bothered by it, but as you can see, like it's like there's that many in there right now. I want to flatten this. See, yes. So that's what I wanted to do. So this is our mesh. Is that like a little fan mesh? Stick that on there. Take it underneath the IO shield. Here, we can control about the size that we want to do it as. Give it a little twist. That better not be my dog. My daughter's asleep, you see. Pushing it down. Really this way actually. Or is it just better this way? Maybe it is okay this way. No, I think it's definitely the next one over. There we are. So that's that. We'll put this on top, and we're going to obviously change the color of this to this color, which you can barely see. We're going to do an effect, which is a drop shadow. We're going to put 0. We're going to put 1. We're going to pick the highlight color that we've been using. We're going to put -1 because it's at the bottom. We're also going to probably make it just a little bit darker, actually, the main one. Maybe a little bit darker. Then we're going to add a inner shadow, and we'll just pick that kind of color. Just gonna take the blur down a little bit. Maybe the color. Thinking on my feet. Let's put this behind this a second. I am thinking that I am going to turn this into a linear gradient, a radial gradient. I'm going to swap it around. Then the drop shadow could be -0.8. because like it's not going to be a deep grill. Is it? I mean, it is. That's what I mean. It's quite excessive, what it is. I don't know whether this is the right way round. Okay, I'm going to keep it square, right? Technically, it's probably like counterintuitive to have those kind of lines, diagonal lines, then a grid underneath, just for a fan housing. It might choke the fan. So you could say, arguably, you could say that that would be better. And it might be better. It's just bugging me a little bit. I think it's because it's bugging me because I want, maybe it's this. Maybe it's that. Maybe it is that. Anyway, right, that's something we could probably deal with later. We might forget about it. What I want is to add some texture to this. So we're going to use a favorite plugin. We're going to use noise and texture. I want this bad boy to, if you use it, please tip the guy that made it. It really helps him out. We're going to use metal balls. Go good. Use metal balls, and what I'll do, I'll add this to the layer so you can see what I'm doing, but also put this to the top. To the top. Right, you can see that what it's doing. So if I just do like something like that, right? And then what I wanted to do is, and I should have got the hex code, but so phasing makes it like all a little bit off. I want this. I'm doing this by eye, by the way. This. So you can add it as an image as well as, but I didn't want to add it as an image. I've already got the texture here. I just wanted to add the color. So let's do that. There we go. We're winning now. Here we go. It's roughly around about there. There we go. Yeah. So we've got that kind of like texture on it. So we just go down into the tile and we just kind of like just reduce it a little bit. It has this kind of like mad little pattern on it. Yeah. If we select the grid, and then we're just going to have a little play with plus light. Will plus light work? No, washes it out. Maybe it's not plus light, it's not an overlay, not hard light, screen, lighten, color burn. Color burn, no, that just makes it dirty. Overlay. Do you know what? Just normal. Normal. Keep it normal. Is it normal? It should be normal. Normal. Yeah, normal. Right, just open it again. I just want to check. I'm just doing the brightness a bit more on the color. So we've got that kind of grid thing happening. So there you go, grid thing done. Thanks, backup copy. Let's add the RAM back in, the PCI board back in. Let's add the stuff back in. Let's add the IO shield back in and that back in as well. Let's lock that. Right. There we go. And then we've got our mother. So there you go. It's just like taking that long to do that. Right. So what we want to do is tidy up a little bit here and there. I want to put some LEDs on these. We'll do that quickly. Let's do that because it's a gaming motherboard. So let's make it gamey. All right. So I'm just doing this here, right? And we have our orange color. I'm just doing this on top of lighting, but then let me group this and put RAM LED guide. Right, let's duplicate this. Let's increase this to go this way a little bit. Let's change that to plus light. Let's give it an effect of a layer blur. Let's layer blur it a bit. Let's frame selection, and with the frame, let's cut anything that's outside of that. Why is that not doing it? Okay. Right, cut everything out that's outside of that. We can go this way and that way. So basically, I'm using the frame to cut into, well, just to mask off the edges a little bit. This to be a bit more like this. Might put a gradient on this. We love a gradient. I might duplicate this because I want that burn. Because I want it to be close. Right. This looks pretty cool. Just move the frame up. Right. The frame, because you can see there is some clipping happening. If we add an effect to this as a layer blur, right, we can kind of get rid of it a little bit, but we can fine tweak it after. That's the frame. That's fine. I want this to be underneath the clip. So RAM, clips, paste. Clips. There's only 4 slots. RAM clips. And because there's a drop shadow on it, it's making it worse. So we can do that. There we go. We've got this one. We've got this one. We've got this one. We've got this one. This one. We've got this one. Just copy these two. Move them over. Totally excessive. What it is. I'm just selecting them all and changing the layer order of them. As you can see, you can just shift it all up and down instead of like going, oh, one layer and then do another and then another and then another. I think that's all right. I don't think it's like less powerful. So we'll take these and then we'll call this, group that, and then we'll go RAM LED top, duplicate, that's the bottom, okay, flip vertical, there we go. We'll need to change the other two. We're going to take one of them, we're going to lock that off, lock off RAM housing, PCI slots, the RAM, these are the RAM clips. We're going to just paste one of them in there. This is going to be over there. We're going to change this to this. It is affected by the drop shadow from this. But technically, would it? Do you know what I mean? Do you make it brighter? Do you reorder the stack? Oh, that's out of line. There you go. And that clip's missing as well. Oh no, it's gone over the stuff. We'll sort that out. Sort that out as part of the tidy up. Oh, is it struggling? It's struggling. Save it quick. Right, our lighting, our top layer, we've got these little lighting elements. What I might do is just take the odd one. I'll do one. Is it two? We'll do one. Do one. It's rough. It's always on the last bit. If I just duplicate, it's going off a bit. And just decrease the size of it. Roughly about there. That's holding shift option to go scale it central. So what I want these, whoops, I'm doing shift command click to select multiple. As I said, the reason why I use command is because I can target that layer, I can target that layer. If I don't hold shift, well, if I don't hold option, then I can't do that. So I'm going to group these, and then I'm just going to copy them, move them there. I'm going to duplicate, command D, command D, command D, command D, command D, command D. Done. Right. So let's group them. Okay, they are RAM. I'm just naming them because I need to, because otherwise I'll forget. RAM, grid, lights. whatever you want to name it. I'm just going to duplicate that. I'm going to pull these down to the bottom, vertically flip them. Zoom in a bit. Let's go to the first one. And just, you know, that's fine. But I also, because the top ones at the top have a reflection on there, I wanted to make sure that it follows that as well. There you go. That's all right, isn't it? You could argue that, like, well, you can argue that these ones, that's 80. You could say that's 50%. Do you know what I mean? So it kind of tails up. Yeah, you got it. So I'm going to take one of these, I'm going to go to the top, lock. No, we're not unlocking. I'm going to PCI and I'm just going to put one of them in here. As well. I get enjoyment out doing the lighting. Is that a bit nerdy? What? The lighting makes it all. It just brings it alive a bit. You take your time doing it. So you might think it'd be excessive, and might nobody care, but the main thing is you care. You care that you're doing something. Like, needs to go in a bit. Oh, I messed that one up. There we go. That's this, that. That is that. We are winning. That is that. Right, so that's that. What is that there? What's that one? Right, PCI start done. Right, let's just unlock these chips because we've got some like random chips stuck. Right. Let's move them away a bit. Move that, move that, move that, move that there. All right, wow, we've got RAM slot LED. And you know what I'm thinking now, don't you? Does that lighting match RAM slots? We can target this gradient and we can just bring some more red in so it just matches. Can you see? Looking at the recording screen. So just like a little bit more red in there because obviously we've got, like, I'm pointing to the screen as well, we've got some red over here. We've got this, yeah, you get it. We're just making sure that, like, that red, we can match that. Like, um, we've got LED top. Just going to target the layer, top one, and then there you go. So it makes it a little bit more. And I've got to add the texture back onto here. So we've got RAM, that's RAM housing, that's fine. We've got PCI slots, we've got these to do. So yeah, target the gradient across all of the layers and change the color of that gradient. Let's do a lighting streak here. Shift Command Option. Let's do another one. Shift Command Option. Just shift and drag it. Let's take this one and let's because you know what's happening. Let's just add a corner one. That one to there, and that one to there. Wait, let's reduce that. Let's put this way so I can see what is going on. Enter. That's 5. Right, 5. Right, let's put this down this way. Halfway. You know what I mean? Because you're going to get some light off that one and that one, and then you may get like a little bit. So let's just duplicate this one. And let's spin it around. Let's put it on the edge. Let's get let's do that. Because they're LEDs, you're going to cast stuff over here. You might also get some rim light. So we're just using the same layer, see? Because this screws lower down, probably won't get any anyway. So yeah. So we're doing that. We was going to put like a graphics card in it, but then like we could do that another time, but I don't think that's going to be part of this particular series. This particular series was just showing you the details that you can do in Figma. So we've kind of done that. So what else have we got to do? Right, we're going to do add some accent yellows around, make it a bit edgier. And I'm just going to use the pen tool for that. I'm not going to be like overly specific. Don't even know what I'm thinking. Let's just make some shapes. We can tidy up afterwards. Let's just do one and then just pick this yellow. No, far too intricate. It's me saying that. Let's try 4. What? No. Go away. We're just laying some stuff out. Maybe we can maybe do something. We could maybe do something like this. Do that. Put that there. Move this over here. Let's get some rounded corners on that. These are not lights. You know what I mean? This is just decoration. Let's just move that. So the middle one, let's put this one up here. Maybe bring this one down. Maybe this one down. Maybe that over. Bring this down. Put another one up like this. A terrible angle. Maybe. No, I'm not feeling that. Maybe it's because let's put the what I'm looking for. IO shield. Subtract. Let's just put the texture back on that. And duplicate this second. And what would happen if I took that, right, take away that stroke, but fill. Oh, I messed it up. Yeah, messed that up. Put the stroke back on. See what's happening. Whatever. What stroke was that? 4. 4. Take this color, put a gradient or radial gradient, put that as dark, put that dark, make that end the other way, spin this around, put this way, take that darker, change that to multiply, reduce the opacity of that. Is that banding in there now? No, it should be alright. Don't know what I'm doing with this one. Okay, well, I know what I'm going to do with this one. It's going to remove this. I'll put this here. This can go up here. Take another one. Put this here. Because why create a smiley face by accident? Move this one. So be in line with that one. It looks like a smiley face. I can't get rid of it. I've got it. Can't. No. It's not happening. One, two, three. 1, 2, 3. Oh, it's fine. Is this the same? Like that. Push that up a bit. Or maybe we've found it. Push this over this way. Push this over this way. Move this up this way. Put this down this way. Move this way. Same distance. Move this down. Yeah, right. Take that color, paste. Let's just move this behind everything. I can then just hack this. What I've noticed is there might be a thing. Like a feature request. Like you see when you've got like a rounded corner on a shape, and you're pulling the points, the corner points. You see when you're moving it, like it doesn't show the outline. It's really tricky. Well, that's terrible. So I might change that one to a linear. Right, so we've done that. We are now going to, what is this, details? We'll group this, we'll do this details. In caps. It's just a weird way that anything with capitals is the master folder, anything with normal lowercase is subfolders. There's no like reason why I do it like that. I just do it like that. Yeah. No. If I was going to pick a colour, it would be that colour. But again, it would have to be bigger. But because there's diagonal lines on it, what you'll see is banding happening. Like you can see, like it looks like it's broken. So it's a no. So those are details. We want some random got chips. So what we want is that's the motherboard, the background image. Let's turn that on. Let's go into chips. Let's take a font, SN, MB, DL, YT. So it's me, Mark Bennett, serial number is me, Mark Bennett, at Design Loom. And then what we'll do is we'll check is 268. That's the number of awesome subscribers that we have. Let's choose a fonts. IBM Plex Mono. Never ever seen. Ooh. So serial number Mark Bennett Design Loom. That's 268 subscribers of YouTube. Because we can. We want some. Now I'm just doing this because it's my artwork. So I randomly stick numbers, whatever. Sometimes I use sometimes I use ChatGPT to come up with some random serial numbers, which I do have. Sometimes I do that. Sometimes I do it with like in UI, give me 50 different usernames. Because, and with a mixture of long and short. So for example, like we've got this thing called, it's a Quantum Core X9. Yes, it's Quantum Core X9. Quantum Core X9. Ooh, it's because, there we go, is that 0? Here we go, serial number. Now, well, we're getting somewhere. We've got some like text in there, some hidden text, and this, that, and the other. what we're going to do is going to not chip. I want some like stuff here, like some like these are details. These are on top. Maybe this one should have been at the top as well. No, I want to leave that clear actually. Know me when to stop. Right, take some font. Is it M.2? We'll probably DL. So DLYT, as in Design Loom, YouTube. 1 dB, because we're nerds. Great. DL Pro. What did we say? 268. 268. Typography. Oh yeah. We love typography. Oh yeah. Right. When we need ChatGPT to just, I want what we've got. We've got calling system. Then I want a serial number. Just give me a serial number. It's not even my brand font. It's spelled co wrong. But does it matter? I don't want it to be two inch face. Or do I? No, because we've got designloom.co anyway. And my logo's on there as well. So I don't need it on there. I'm just going to reduce these down because these are a little bit too in your face and I want it a little bit more techier. These 18, let's do 14. Don't be small, doesn't matter. I don't know. I don't know. Like I could carry on and like do this to the more, but I think that what were these dots? Oh, those were dots. motherboard holes and screws. Right, screw holes. There is, there you go. I want the outline of the screw hole. Is what I wanted. It's just a little bit of text. You can go wild. In the end, this could be improved. I see what I want as well in the details. I use Huge Icons Pro because I really dig their icons. And I use the Pro version because they are well worth it. And then you go like, where did it go? Where did did I not put it in? There it is. It's always off board, which is fine. It's not a biggie. We're just gonna put a little bit of light on it. So here we go. And it's a thing. So that's just pointing to arrows. I might change that. I'm going to close that down. I'm just going to change the arrow on it. Let's go arrow. More of a rounded one. This one. No. This one. No, this one. This one. Ah. No. This one. No. This one. Oh, this one. That one. That one. No. This one. Yep, that's what I do. I'm going to copy that. I'm just going to change that way. Copy this one over to here. And change that way. I'm going to copy the other one to here. Might have to move something. Let's just chips. Let's just move this one down. Let's copy this. Shift to push it vertically, lock it in place. This one to here. Move this one and this one. Yeah. Right, let's just take a look at everything. Right, let's lock it. Right, I have a thing with hitting Command Save, even though it's an auto save. So, let's have a scan. Some lighting up here, that's fine. Some lighting here. This is done. Got a chip here. We've got some cutouts here. This seems fine. We've got nothing that's obstructing anything else. We've got some chips, some line work here. And saying that, you know, this is why this is a quick check over. Let's over these details. So this, just group this together. Right, these are just the yellow lines. I want to take one of them, the details one. Why is it? Ah, there you go. Take the details one. So there's this kind of colour. I'm after this kind of colour. And I'm only going to get that with doing this. So is it like, is it that? Oh, way back there. So Command C, Command V. Completely got the wrong one then. Right. Command C. Shift up, sorry, Option Command C. Go that way. Do it that way. We can do that way. But with shing. And then select this one and then go Option Command B. Let's just put this way. What is going on with that? There you go. And maybe do this. Right, I think I moved it from there. Terrible. So this looks better because these lines are kind of orangey, taking the orange to the brighter color. We've done that here. We've got that in the lighting. So we've got like this harmony thing going on. As you see with the screws, we've got like this orangey to the yellow. I'm just putting that back in. The screws now have like this yellow accents. We've got a grid in here. We could put the fan under there, but I'll show you to do one of those another day. These are dotted around a bit better. I was going to change these to yellow, but I think that's just overkill. But I think like that's a kind of a wrap. I think because we've done so much in the first episode, like 6 hours long worth of doing it, we kind of got ahead of ourselves anyway. And obviously this was just more of a tutorial. not a tutorial, more a follow along, see how you all can use this and leverage it into your next design and think a little bit differently. But this is my jam. This is what I'll do. I'll come up with something that's not another motherboard, because a motherboard's a motherboard. You know, it's just a heavily dense, detailed thing. There's a lot of other things like dials, BST, music software that will do as well. Look, at the corner of my eye, 2 pixels too close. At the corner of my eye, I just saw it. What's that? What's that? So yeah, that is. I think that's a wrap. I think that is a wrap. I think we've done it all. Let's put it on the big screen. So yeah, I think we've done it. I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope it's a thing that you've learned something. You've learned combining shapes. Think about lighting, even if it's skimorphism or neuromorphism. I can never pronounce it. Fism and flat UI. Leverage that extra details in your UI designs to add depth, hierarchy into your UI projects, into your applications, into your websites, buttons, gradients and all that kind of stuff. Think out the box. Think not overdoing it, especially when it's an application. This is just for fun when it comes to your UI design. Let's see if it's going down that direction. But you can, leverage the little details that you can, but think what is possible in the development world as well. Could this be made out of divs? For a website, probably not. I don't know. I'm not a developer. I'm a no coder. So that brings us to a close on this part 2. I hope you've enjoyed it. I've been hearing great feedback from you all. Keep that up. It's always good to hear. I apologise I couldn't put the keyboard shortcut usage on screen. I will definitely look into that when we do the next one. I hope me talking out loud has helped you in a way, but obviously just put in a comment, how to do it, and I'll let you know what those keyboard commands are if you're on a Mac. Not sure on a Windows. Don't really use Windows. Hope you've enjoyed it, and I'll come up with another design and push it out, and hope you like that one as well. Keep going. Thank you for your support, and I'll see you again soon. Take care.